T minus 3, T minus 2, T minus 1, and launching. Hello, guys. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of My View on Books. This is episode number 28, and it is going to be one of my favorite episodes because I'm going to talk about the book Project Hail Mary. And hope you guys like my new filter. This is a snap camera filter that I found out and discovered recently, and I thought, okay, this is a special book because I'll tell you why it's special, and I want to do something special for this episode, so this is the special thing. I hope you guys like it. Yes, as usual, let's get to the review. Vaishnav Shivagenesh is already here. Good evening, MaddiE bro. Hi, good evening. It's very rainy evening actually here. Yeah, so the book is titled as Project Hail Mary, and that's why you're seeing this filter, and hope the audio is good. Let me just check because yes, audio is good. Yeah, so this is a science fiction, thriller, drama, what else? Yeah, three categories, three genres. It's a novel. It's like entertaining package, wholesome entertaining package in one book, and it's about 492 pages, almost 500 pages long. And guess what? I finished it within like 7 to 10 days. That is really phenomenal for me because I usually take a book of 500 pages in length. I used to take at least a year to finish it, but I finished this book in a week or two. Then you can imagine how the story, the narration, the writing would be. And I fell in love with this book. This was recommended. I already had this book, but this was recommended by my friend. So I started reading it, and it was very thrilling and very emotional. Excuse me. So yeah, so the story is pretty simple. It's about friendship. It's about emotions when you're feeling lonely, and when you're dealing with a life-saving mission, and you make a friendship out of it. So the whole book it does not reveal itself in the very beginning chapters, but only midway through you will get the real plot. What is it about? So it's about friendship. And yeah, so Dr. Rylan Grace is a scientist, and he retired from science, and he's teaching science in a elementary school. Okay, so he's basically teaching kids science. So this is our protagonist. So he's in Earth, and this guy is like ex-scientist, and he's teaching. And we have some what do you say? Kind of near death to the Earth. So the sun is kind of dying out, and in probably like next 50 or probably 30 years, the sun will be out because of kind of space algae called astrophage. So it's like algae you find in water, right? So it's similarly in space there is some algae, and they name it as astrophage, and it is like draining the energy of sun. So in like 20 to 30 years, the sun is going to be out, and what will happen? It's going to be a major catastrophe if there is no sunlight to Earth or any other planets in the solar system. So they come up with a mission called Project Hail Mary. So they think that there are so they when they search the galaxy, a lot of solar systems are having the same situation, and there is one solar system where it is not affected. So they are building a mission, a rocket, a spaceship, to get to that solar system, find out why it is immune. So all other solar system in the galaxy has been affected by astrophage, the algae, space algae, but then this one solar system is not affected, and it is glowing as good as it can get. So they have to go to this solar system, and they have to figure out why it is not affected, or first find out whether it is having the space algae astrophage, and if it is having, then how it is not getting affected, how the sun is not deteriorating. So that is the mission of this this particular Project Hail Mary spaceship. And there are three astronauts chosen for it, and one of them gets to be Rylan Grace, and he's the only one who's surviving once the spaceship reaches that solar system. And then this is 50% of the story. So initially it's like he's not aware that he's in a spaceship. He wakes up in the other solar system and he's like figuring out where is he. He's thinking that he's in Earth, but then he figures out he's in a spaceship, and then he's trying to slow by slow, he's trying to figure out why he's here, what he should do, what is the mission. And he finds his co-astronauts already dead in their bed. So it's a long probably 5 years travel, and they were in coma because 4 years spending in a spaceship would be a great deal. So they decided to put the astronauts in coma until they reach the solar system. So this is the whole background of how we got there, and this is where the story begins. So every chapter we venture into the past and get to know how this Project Hail Mary came to. It's not a new look. Came into picture. New look. No Vaishnav Shiva Ganesha, no DK Gaming. It's just a filter. So if I remove this filter, you're gonna look at me. I'm just not wearing the usual eyeglasses for books episodes. Yeah, so I've told you 50% of the story, and the rest 50% is also very interesting, and it's going to be very thrilling because Ryland Grace, Dr. Ryland Grace, makes a new friend in the other solar system, and that new friend is an alien who's like almost a giant spider in shape. Usually we see in movies, right, aliens would be like very thin, almost like human with hands and legs. But this alien is different and is highly intelligent than the humans, but also sometimes they have not evolved like what we have evolved in scientific technologies. They have not evolved in certain areas, but they are still highly intelligent, and they know we use some rare earth metals that we cannot use, right? We do not know to use. So Ryland Grace makes friendship with this new alien, and it seems that that alien race has also been affected by the same algae problem, astrophage, space algae, and both of them work together, and they try to figure out the solution. How do we save Earth, and how do we save that alien? So the alien name is Rocky. Ryland Grace names the alien as Rocky, and they both become friends. So Rocky's solar system is also equally distant from that particular solar system, so they have to go and save their planet also. So this is the whole plot. So basically, two different species. One is human, Homo sapiens, and other is this Iridian. So the planet is called Erid as per human terminology, and so he names them Iridians, like Americans, Europeans. So Iridians. So Iridian, one of the Iridian is the Rocky. He's also the sole survivor of his spaceship, and lot of similar mishappenings between them. They become friends and they work together, and they get it's kind of thrilly bumper ride, roller coaster ride. So, and it's like 492 pages in length, so the amount of description given for a situation or an event is colossal, and you're going to get attached to each of these incidents. So it's a very remove effect, please. This is something like so the whole story happens inside the spaceship and in the space. So that's the reason I want to do this episode in a spacesuit. I did not get a spacesuit, but I could get only a space helmet. So please bear with me, DK Gaming. Thank you for the suggestion, but please bear with me. So as I told, the whole story is like there's a lot of things, like mainly it's about friendship, but we have this science fiction plot where the sun is dying, and humans are sending a spaceship to other solar system to figure out how to deal with this issue. And in that spaceship, only one guy is able to survive, and he makes friendship with a alien whom he contacts in that solar system. So it's a very emotional, so it's kind of thrilling. You want to read the chapters going. One chapter is around 20-24 pages, but you never see it coming, never see the time passing. You just keep scrolling, and you just keep turning the pages, and you read it, and it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's one of those books or stories that children should read. Because it's about friendship and how two different species in the space getting together and working towards one solution. It's really good. So Yeah, it's a thriller. First of all, it's a science fiction. On top of that, they have narrated in a thrilling way and also kept it very emotional, keeping this friendship between two different species. And I think it's a very good book. It's worth your time, because I read like a 500 pages book in like 7 or 14 days, which is really amazing. I think anyone who picks up this book and start reading, you'll not stop it, because it's going to be thrilling and you're going to keep turning the pages on and on and on. Yes, that is mostly about Project Hail Mary. Yes, and I'll show you the block that I wrote. You can figure it. Yes, you guys can see it, right? So my one word review is uplifting. It will be very joyful and you'll be thrilled. You will cry, you will laugh. There's a lot of funny dialogues in this narration, and witty dialogues and funny dialogues with science facts. You will get to know more about science if you read this book. So I think one of the Roddy's life episode, science experiment, I picked it up from this book. So the first chapter, he's finding out where he is. He's using this gravity experiment. He's trying to calculate what is the gravity in the spaceship, but he's not sure whether he's in a spaceship or in planet Earth. So he's trying to figure out gravity, and with the results of the gravity, he's like taking guess whether it's Earth or some other planet. But then he figures out that it's a spaceship. So yes, you will know a lot of science facts, and it's very comprehensible. It's not difficult to grasp even for layman. If you read it for the first time, any new science concept, it's going to be clear for you. uh, we do a lot of funny moments here. Yeah, I think you should enjoy your school or college life. So even in college, we get to do this physics experiments, right? So yeah, do some funny stuff. It was really good reading in this book. I was nostalgic of my childhood school moments, and spending time in lab. There is this pendulum exercise experiment, right? Using the pendulum, you try to calculate the gravity. He does that, but he does not have a pendulum, so he makes his own pendulum, and he tries to calculate the gravity. So that was also very amusing to read. Yes, and if you see in Goodreads, it's 4.52. So 4 point out of 5, it is 4.52. Then you can see a lot of people liked it. So I can show you the rating. So almost like 43,000 people have reviewed it, and the rating is still 4.5. It means like it's a very good story. And I'll read you some of the lines. So they say hunger is the greatest seasoning. When you're starving, your brain rewards you handsomely for finally eating. Good job, it says. We get to not die for a while. So this is one of the dialogues when he says in the very beginning stage, where he's not yet, he's like, coming to terms that he's in a spaceship in a different solar system. And he's like, at times he's hungry, but the virtual assistant in the spaceship gives only a moderate amount of food. He cannot have more than that, but he's like, it is enough for him, but he wants more because he's got up from after a long duration of coma. So that was funny. Okay, next one is, maybe that ship is the praise Allah or the blessings of Vishnu or something. So since this spaceship is named as Project Hail Mary, and he's like recovering the memory after the coma when he wakes up in the other solar system. So his memory comes in like bits and pieces. So he is not sure what is Project Hail Mary and or why he was sent here. So at that time he's wondering, maybe when he sees this alien ship, the Iridian's rocky ship. So he's thinking that maybe that is another ship that was sent by Earth, and that could have been named like Praise Allah or the Blessings of Vishnu or something. That was funny. It's simple idea, but also stupid. Thing is, when stupid ideas work, they become genius ideas. Yeah, this is one of the very critical moments in the story. They are going to try out something. Both of them, Rocky and Grace, they're going to try out something, and he thinks that it's a stupid idea, but he says that okay, when stupid idea works, it become a great genius idea. And what are wavelengths of light human can see? Question. All wavelengths between 380 and 740 nanometers. So this is one of the science facts. I was impressed because it's a very question and answer kind of stuff. So Rocky asks, so Rocky is a different species, right, altogether. So I don't want to tell much about Rocky. I want you to read, because you will remember Rocky for the rest of your life if you read the story. And okay, so yeah, Rocky asks Grace, what are wavelengths of light humans can see? So, and he says that 380 and 740 is the range. So within that range spectrum, we can see all colors and light. This is a good science fact, but told in a very simple and easy way. And you see the last dialogue: Rocky might be a long lost relative, very long. The trees outside my house back home are closer relatives to me than Rocky. So he thinks that Rocky is kind of a far distance relative because they evolved in a different solar system and they are highly intelligent, and he thinks that there are a lot of similarities between the two species. And even though the atmosphere they live in is different, completely different, he thinks that both of them are like far distance relatives. Yes, my verdict is you will have a delightful friend, which is Rocky, and a gratifying story for your lifetime. So you'll never forget the story and Rocky. So this is one of those books that will stay in your mind forever. And I hope if you read it in your very young age, you're going to be having a lot of good memories about this book. Yes, so do check it out, and it's a very popular book because Andy Weir is a, what do you say, a renowned author. I am not sure if you have watched the Martian Hollywood film. So it was a novel. The Martian was a novel, and then they made into a movie. So The Martian was a very popular movie in Hollywood, right? So that story was written by Andy Weir. So he's a very popular author, and Project Hail Mary, I think they are trying to make this movie with I forgot his name, Ron Gosling, Ryan Gosling, I think his name. So this Drive film he acted in. So I think it's going to be made into a movie. So do read this book before it's made into a movie. Okay. Uh, we do a lot of funny moments. Yeah, pretty dialogues. Oh, okay, fine about that. You meant online books. Yes, do check it out. It will be available in both bookstore as well as Amazon. So Amazon would deliver in major cities across India, but you will have bookstores anywhere, even in town or any place. You can go and check it out. This book will be definitely available. Do must read, I would say. Do purchase and read it, and you'll love the story, and you'll thank me later. So welcome in advance. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this episode. TK Gaming felt this filter was kind of you're having a different feel. So next time I will come up with a beautiful filter, but this filter is special to this story. Project Hail Mary, as you can see in the cover itself, a guy is like falling off in the face in space. So it's the whole story happens in space. So I thought I'll do something different. I hope you enjoyed it, and yes, let's catch up in next episode. Until then, it's MaddiE Dawson. You're watching MaddiE with MaddiE. Bye bye. Horror effect, definitely. I think in when we review a horror movie or horror book, horror genre book, I will do a horror theme. I'll come up with a better filter. Thanks for clearing doubts, my dear friend. Always, you can comment on any videos or Discord or our community tab. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Yes, do purchase it. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye bye. See you tomorrow.